Hello everyone and welcome to the final episode of my 100 Days at Sea quest, but not 100 days anymore. This episode is gonna be more of a slideshow because of my software issues. I wasn't able to record after the last time on my hard drive, SSD actually, was full, and I've got some GeForce problems as well, mostly drivers. So I have to figure that stuff out, but it took me some time actually. So, uh, whenever I was playing, I wasn't able to hit that record button to start recording, so it was actually too late for that. But here's the first picture. It's me with 122 days at sea in Quattro Villas County. I believe that's the area around Manzanilas where you have these super annoying shallows, and I was like stuck there for 10 minutes or 15 even, trying to figure out my way around them, and I was like thinking, yeah, I got it finally. After all, I'm out of these goddamn shells, and like few seconds later I hit them again and again and again because they are so massive, so big. You think he actually went around them already, but he still after some time hit them, and it gets you like trapped there. uh it's really annoying. I've been stuck on these shells like many times on multiple occasions. These are like the most annoying shells in the game. Moving farther, Elite Delta got killed by Louis 16 from the French nation and Scipio Tortuga. So after that, I found Scipio on a surprise. I attacked him, and Elite Delta told me to make him suffer. So that was his wish, and I made it live. First, I took down his main mast. It was a 1v1 randomly versus Surprise, so it was a pretty fair fight. I would even risk saying that Surprise has advantage in that sort of a fight. But let's continue. Um, Farther on, he repaired his sails, he got his mast back, partially, and he got me pretty down on my left side, but I still managed to kill much more crew, destroy his cannons, and basically I was at 100% sales, he was at 44% sales. So at this point, it was like super quick fight, 14 minutes you can see on this timer. At this point, I got him to that slim structure HP that he was slowly taking on the water, and he wasn't able to leave the fight or surrender. That's the whole point of making him suffer. He has to slowly wait for his death. He's in the control, he's taking on water, he cannot click surrender. I mean, yeah, he could turn off survival to make it go faster, but it still would take goddamn long time, and he's like, this thinking that he can still survive, he can still manage it, he can repair and get away. Luckily, or I would make a mistake. Basically, I just he said in the chat, "End my suffering." I was mean in this fight. I mean, I didn't insult him, but doing something like that to someone is sort of a bit mean. Basically, I sat behind him, dropped my sails to 0, and I was just waiting for him to die. And the time has come, he actually could use his next repair, and he started repairing his hull. So he was like almost able to start bailing out the water. But what I did is I just came a bit closer, I shot a couple of balls into his stern, I took down his HP, again a bit lower and lower so he couldn't bail out the water, and he died. I think it took him like 8 minutes to sink, so it was a painful and long death. Later on, you can see the days count, 128 days. He came on a Wasa for revenge. You can see the recently killed tag. It came from Naval, that's where the battles were ongoing, Port-au-Prince County. A Delta came on a Bellona, trying to avenge himself, to get the revenge, more likely. And yeah, I'm pretty sad I didn't record this fight from the beginning. I couldn't. If you can look at the screenshot, you can see in the bottom left corner that crossed icon, which means that recording is not available because of the driver's issues, stuff like that. I would have to restart my computer, which is not very helpful and good during the battle. But yeah, this is like the screenshot after 40 minutes of a battle. You can see this Aisang Takatunike. I'm not sure how to pronounce that nickname. This guy from CBC. He's a very good PvP player, very old one. He says GG to me, and that I'm very alive with 56% sales. I'm destroying that in-dev, but he has much more sales, so he's just sailing away from me. The in-dev was running away from me. He was running for his life. He was like totally wrecked. Elite Delta was fighting against Wasa, but the frigates made it more annoying for him. Elite was on a Bellona, and he was like, I could only keep one of the frigates busy in 1v1. Either it was Belepool or Inefat Cables, like switching between one and another, like a ping pong. But I couldn't keep both of them busy, so Elite Delta can fight a 1v1 with a Wasa. So I got pretty much slaughtered on one of the sides. He had to disengage from a fight. He got chased by a Wasa, but he actually managed to escape. I'm not sure. He did a few of mistakes in that fight. He could played it better. But anyway, after all, with 55% sales, I started running away because there was a full HP Wasa coming right at me, which was a bit, maybe not full HP, but that was sort of scary when you're like on a barely afloat Renomi with 53% sales at the time. So yeah, they chased me. Then I just repaired my sales thing twice, and I just got away. But that's not the end of the story. Sadly, I have no more screenshots for that. But after this fight, we tagged that indefatigable Artois from Niga clan, something like that. And Scipio Tortuga Nevas actually sailed away. He didn't bother to join. It was already a 2v2 fight, so it was, I would say, more reasonable fight. Then this was also reasonable, to be honest. Both of them would be good. But the French odds were already too thin for them to consider fighting. And we killed that Indef, that Artus guy. After that, we moved to Sandy Bay, most of us, as a clan, for screening to help the British nation. There were those bunch of pirates, and you can see that massive screening fight. I was on that fight in the Renami. It was like something around 140 days. I can't say the exact count because I don't remember it, but it was about 140 days. It's took me a time to get there. I got in a fight with some Dutch and some other players on the way. Was getting into lots of fights, and this fight was very long, 1 hour 30 minutes. Lots of players on both sides died. I think from the pirate side only 3 or 4 players made it out alive. We lost also some ships in the process. Sadly, this is the fight that got me. I sort of didn't die, but my ship abandoned the ship. My crew. My crew abandoned the ship. You can see this picture of my beautiful Renomi, still afloat, with no bowsprit, no masts, and no crew, and the white flag. Yeah, the ship is French after all, so it eventually ended up with a white flag, surrendered. The fire ship, Leocean, first trade fire ship, got me. It exploded. I was in a fair distance away from it, and I was on a brace, hoping I would still keep some crew alive. It did happen. The first rate explosion just wiped all of my crew. So this is where my story ends with the quest. I have to say thank you for all of the people that were following my quest and were watching the videos. I have received lots of private messages, and I'm very happy to read all of them. To people saying that they enjoy the series, and they're happy to watch that and learn, or just during the maintenance work or free time. So that makes me really happy. Thank you, all of you, my viewers and subscribers. Make sure to also support me, like click the likes below the videos, comment something, subscribe to my channel if you wanna follow for more, that sort of stuff. Share your feedback. I'm also always happy to read the feedback and to improve my series and my future content I'll be doing for my YouTube channel. If I'm gonna do any sort of next series, I don't know. I'm looking forward for doing much more series uh, than just this one. You feel free, guys, to write in the comments if you like wanna see another 100 or even this time 200 days at Sequest. If you wanna have like something specifically, like actually maybe links or a privateer or surprise. If you wanna have like some sort of a rule, maybe I'll do it like with one of the friends. It'll be two of us doing the quest together. Feel free to share your ideas. Everything's pretty much possible, and I've got also bunch of beautiful screenshots I've made on during that trip on my Renomi. I'm just gonna share them now. I think these screenshots are really cool. Yeah, they're sort of taken on purpose during the trip that that quest I've made, just so I could eventually just post all of them in one video. And I figured the final episode from the 100 Days at Sea quest is gonna be the best opportunity to just post all of the cool screenshots I've done. So enjoy the screenshots, and thanks for watching. Till the next adventure.